I remember always hearing that Yud Shvat is Rosh Hashanah Kashrus. If you listen to the first Farbrengen, it's not the first, but the Farbrengen of Yud Shvat Tavshin Yud Aleph after the Maimer, so the Rebbe says, you're going to have to work as well. Yeah, don't think that I'm going to do the work for you. You're going to have to work yourself. The Rebbe says, I'm not going to hold back. I'm definitely going to help. However, if you're not going to do the work yourself, wird nicht helfen, als man wird geben ksavim, reden, singen anigen und sagen l'chaim. The Rebbe said, if you're not going to do the work yourself, the fact that I'm going to give ksavim, the fact that I'm going to speak, sing anigen, and say l'chaim is not going to help. Today in Tafshin Pei Beis, we're marking 72 years of Der Ashvi, and we still have a job ahead of us to be mamshich the Shechina Lamata, to bring Mashiach. And the Rebbe said that he will help us. We're going to have to do our part, but the Rebbe is going to help. And it seems that in that Sikha, the Rebbe indicates how he's going to help. He's going to give ksavim. He's going to give Torah to learn, Likutei Sichos, Maimorim, etc. And then he describes a Farbrengen, reden, singen anigen und sagen l'chaim. This is my personal observation that a chassid in Der Ashvi, to have the ability to face the challenges of this era of Der Ashvi, to go on the Rebbe Shlichus, etc. It's very important to learn the ksavim. It's very important to learn the Likutei Sichos and the Maimorim. But there's also the idea of the Farbrengens. The fact that the Rebbe Farbrengs so many hours. The fact that as the years went on, the Farbrengens became even more often. The experience of the Farbrengen itself was integral and essential. And many can ask, I'm going to hear about a Farbrengen and hear how Farbrengens worked, and the Yuds, the Chavs, the Lamids, the Mems, but it's history. Chas v'shalom. When you take a Farbrengen today and you listen to a Farbrengen, you watch a Farbrengen, the Farbrengen is happening right now. I remember very little from Farbrengens. The only memory I have of Farbrengen, I was 5 years old. It was a summer Farbrengen, Shabbos. And I remember saying l'chaim to the Rebbe. My father told me to drink because the Rebbe said l'chaim to me. And I remember the nigen emasai kol simar. That's my only memory from a Farbrengen. So as a bocher, I had no memories of Farbrengens. But I would eat up everything that I was able to hear from anyone that would talk about Farbrengens. My father would talk about Farbrengens, my grandfather, any chassidim. And for years, it was like history. But then I started to listen. I started to listen to the Farbrengens. And I discovered that the Farbrengens are available to us today, not as a recording of something that happened then, but it's a Lebedike Rebbe that is speaking to us today. And so as you're here by this panel, I don't see any better way to spend your Yud Shvat than to hear from Chassidim, there's a chenes of the Farbrengens. But know that it's not just a lesson in history. This is describing the eitzes that are available to you and to me today. L'chaim.